Come here. I gotta show you something. This is me on YouTube meeting my business hero, Gary Vaynerchuk. Not only is Gary my business hero, but he's also somebody that I think every entrepreneur, business owner, and marketing person should be following on a daily basis. So in today's episode, I'm going to share with you all the best tidbits I've learned from following Gary closely every day for the last year. Today's episode, it's all about Gary Vaynerchuk. All right, today's episode is one of those where I want to share some information that's really helped us here at Displayit. And so the advice and information I've gotten from Gary has made a huge difference in our business. That's what I was sharing with him in the video. And so I really believe when it comes to being on the cutting edge of digital and social media marketing, and also on the cutting edge of what an entrepreneur needs to do to be successful today, Gary's the man. He's the top business mind in our country right now. I totally believe that. The first thing you need to know about following Gary is when you first meet him or hear his content, he might rub you the wrong way. He uses some really salty language. And I'm a guy who doesn't use bad language too often. Gary uses some really bad language. You've got to see past that and understand he really is a great guy and wants to share all the information, everything he's learned to help your business be more successful. Probably the best place to start enjoying Gary's content is on YouTube. And what I'd recommend that you do is watch one of his Keynote talks. I've linked my favorite one in the comments down below. But this is a talk that he gave to the Vistage conference in 2015. One of the main points of Gary's talk is what a revolutionary shift we're going through right now in the way that we communicate and where our attention is. And the idea is that our attention is firmly on this device right here. One of the lines that Gary always says is, it's 1965 and this is the television. Our TV is the radio. And so that means that this device is the #1 device for capturing our attention. And social media networks like Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat, these are like ABC, CBS, NBC. So where that's important for us in our businesses is this is where the attention of our customers are. And we need to make sure that we're making content and engaging with them on this platform. Okay, so once you've watched one of his keynotes on YouTube, the next thing to do is to start watching the Ask Gary V show. Now, it usually comes out once or twice a week. His fans ask him questions via Twitter or Facebook, and he answers those questions right on the show. So this is really practical, tactical advice that you can get. And often it's some of the latest cutting edge information that's happening in terms of social media marketing. Gary's firm is called VaynerMedia, and it's a social media marketing agency, and they serve Fortune 500 companies. And he's sharing what he's learning on a daily basis right here on the show. Now you can supplement the Ask Gary V show with the Ask Gary V book. See, I got mine signed right there. Pretty awesome. But what the Ask Gary V book is a number of questions from fans. It's organized by chapter, different topics. So you can read this book at your own pace and get some great tactical advice in here. I also recommend the audiobook. On the audiobook, he provides different answers to some of the questions. He tweaked them a little bit. I've got the 13 CD set right here, kind of old school, but you can download the audiobook. This is The Thank You Economy. This was a book that came out in 2012. This is when I first met Gary. Gary says, as we go more Jetsons, the winners are going to be the ones who go more Flintstones. That means even though we have all this great technology, the winners are going to be the ones who do it more old school like our grandparents did and actually care about our customers. Something really happened over the last 20, 30 years of commerce in America. A lot of the personal touch was lost as companies got bigger and bigger and you didn't have a mom and pop grocery in a particular town. You had now you have big corporate grocers who don't care about their customers on an individual basis. The internet and the communication tools that we have now give us the ability to care about our customers on an individual basis and do things that are going to make those customers come back and do business with us for years to come. The next book is Jab, 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 Right Hook. This came out in 2013, and this gives you very practical advice on how to use the different social media platforms. A key piece of advice from this book is content is king, but context is God. That means we have to make sure that when we're using a social media platform like Facebook or Twitter We're using it in the right way, in the right context for that platform that meets the needs of the users and the people we're trying to communicate with. The big idea behind jab, 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 right hook is we want to be giving to our audience. We're going to give them some entertainment. We're going to give them advice. We're going to give them free, helpful information. Those are our jabs. We're giving, we're giving, we're giving. And then finally, when we've built up a little trust, we can come in with the right hook. That's the thing that we're asking for, the link to our website to check out our product or to subscribe to our email list. So you got to do plenty of jabbing before you go with the right hook. All right, so I know Gary is probably not for everybody, but the information and the tips that he's provided have been a huge blessing to us here at Displayit. So I just wanted to make you aware of him and encourage you to check him out. And hopefully it'll be helpful for you and your business. It's time for me to get back to work. We'll see you guys next time.